It's getting ready to go out to bid for the fourth time. Now it's gonna be a parking deck only. And if you wanna know the whole story, we'll go back and start from day one. We bought the two buildings down there, with no intentions of city involvement, grants whatsoever. We're gonna put a parking deck, or a parking lot on grade. Before we ever closed, we got calls from downtown merchants. Please don't tear the buildings down. You know, it's gonna be an eyesore. It's gonna be a missing tooth. We said, we need parking. One of our major tenants said, if we do not get the parking, we're gonna move. So we're landlocked where we are. So we bought the buildings. And our intentions were to put a on-grade parking lot. After we purchased the two buildings, we were approached by downtown merchants along with the city. Is there anything we can do? And then it was brought up about moving some money from the Marshtown College project to downtown if we could tie the parking deck into the overhead sidewalk. So we come up with a plan. Wild Building was going to build the parking deck and the offices at no profit, no overhead, to get it within the grant money. And Millennium Partners was going to proceed forward with it. Then, as everybody knows, there was a couple of people that questioned the validity of Wild Building and receiving grant money, even though we were not receiving any profit or overhead for the project. But we had it within the grant money. And we also had an email from the state saying that if we did move forward with it, that we could bid on the project as Wild Building being part of Millennium Partners. So we spent several $1,000s. As a matter of fact, we've already paid $65,000 before we paid, and to correct you again, it was actually $62,000 we paid Friday. So we spent $127,000 on design fees. We're going out for our fourth design, which is another $20,000 that Millennium Partner is picking up. And as you all know, we have to come back to the city and ask for any of that money. But we were in partnership with the city to build a parking lot, parking deck, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to continue on with our commitment to build that parking deck as it was intended. The only difference now is you're going to have 3 retaining walls. You're going to have brick on the Main Street side. It's going to be decorative. We're going to make it as appealing as possible. There'll be no offices below because the 3 bids that we received, we can't get it within the budget to do so. But we were in a partnership with the city, and our intentions were once we got the bids in and we could receive a bid to build the offices, we were going to go back and refinance our property and include the cost of the offices and the parking deck. Of course, we were going to take care of the design fees. We had hoped we was going to do it and have offices down below, but because we were not allowed to bid, it didn't happen. And now it's going to be a parking deck only.
Well, there's still more questions on this issue that we have going forward.